I've always had a relationship with clothing ever since I was a young child. And the way I characterize it, in a way I almost don't say it's fashion, but I've always used clothes to express my identity. My grandmother and her two sisters were all widowed within a year. And so they decided that they were going to live together, but also decided they were going to travel together. So my grandmother sold everything and put it into their communal pot, which of course angered her children. But they then spent 15 years traveling around the world. And so everywhere my grandmother went, she would bring me back clothing and beautiful objects. And she really loved Asia and Europe, and those were the two places that she went to all the time. When I was young, it was the 1970s, and there was so many exciting things going on in fashion at that time. A lot of rebellion, not just in society, but in fashion too. And so I think that's my fashion DNA, that period of time. I have always admired Agnès B. And why she is my style icon is that I very much relate to her as a woman who has worked, as a mother who has always worked, and the way that she has always evolved her own interests in such a way that it reflects back into her work and into her design. I think she's just the perfect example of someone who's continuously transacting with their environment in a way that's always producing something modern and new. I very much remember the cardigan. That was the first thing that I saw that she did. And then I think I re-engaged with her probably in the 90s. And it was very much because I was, during that time, a working person, a mom, and I wanted to be comfortable. And I had to, at times, dress for work because I would have to testify in court or certain things. But I really wanted to feel more comfortable. And because I had gone to all girls Catholic schools from kindergarten all the way straight through my bachelor's degree, her clothing felt comfortable to me, like a uniform, but in a good way. And so in a way I was wearing a uniform as a rebellion against everyone else being very, very dressed. So, and I always liked being a rebel. So I think she has always offered pieces that again are also timeless. And for me, I've gone through periods, and probably this is a New York thing, where I've worn exclusively black and white. And of course, she's perfect for that. And many of my items of hers are black and white. I got re-engaged through her work as a filmmaker, actually, because I was working in social welfare. I was working with women and girls who had been traumatized, and I had been working specifically in the area of sexual abuse, and that's how I came to find out about her documentary. And I think I went to MoMA to see it. I think there was, it showed there. And I just started to really dig in and read about her and read about how she started, where she was just sort of walking around a flea market looking very cool. and she was found. You know, when I asked my followers, what would you like me to write about? One of the things they said was, well, how did you get to be you? And so I'm trying to think, you know, there's my grandmother and there's these other events in my life that were seminal. But I think, you know, as someone who has inspired me, she really represents, for me, the intersection of all these different things, of being a creative person, of being a working person, of being a mother, of being a designer, someone who is collaborative. I love collaboration. I think there's a lot of fatigue on Instagram with perfection, and I think more real, authentic, everyday style is happening and will continue. And so I think this is a brand that offers many choices to people who want to be authentic.